The Dark Lord, now rebuilt with cyborg machinery, confronted Kenobi as the Jedi was returning to the Falcon. After decades, Vader finally squared off against his former master. G'day guys and welcome to Raging Rhino. Today I just wanted to talk a little bit more about Obi-Wan Kenobi. Ever since the announcement of the series being made and of course the rematch of the century, there's been a lot of talk within the fan base about whether or not this rematch of the century is going to be law-breaking and what they're going to do. Now, I know that we've got to actually see this series to know what this rematch is. If it is just a dream sequence, then they've bait and switched us by saying it's a rematch because it's not really a rematch. But I truly believe that they don't care enough to actually do a full-on rematch. Now, the thing is that there's been a few fans out there, or a group of fans out there, that say things like, oh, they didn't explicitly say, or they didn't explicitly show us that they didn't fight between Revenge of the Sith and A New Hope. Now, I did a video recently about lore and how that actually works within stories like Star Wars and Star Trek, and you can check that out on my video. But basically for me, by them doing this, they are essentially going to now be destroying the character of Obi-Wan Kenobi retroactively. They're going to insert this thing that's going to make all the dialogue from A New Hope mean something different to what we used to believe that to mean. And it was actually funny. The other day I was watching one of Alora, OG Star Wars. You can go check out her channel. I'm going to put her link to her channel in the description below so you can go and check those videos out. But she pointed this out, and this is on the StarWars.com. This is on Star Wars website. In the Obi-Wan Kenobi Biography. We're going to scroll right down to the bottom, and there's two that we're going to have a look at. Now, I've taken screenshots of both of these. One of the reasons why I'm actually just doing this video is to basically document especially these two images and what they say about these two images on their own website, because I'll be curious to see whether or not after the Obi-Wan Kenobi show comes out and whatever destructive work they do to that, whether or not they're actually going to even bother to come in here and change these descriptions. Because if there is an actual rematch that takes place, here's your, to those people that say that there is no, they don't explicitly say or don't explicitly show us, here is your explicitly showing and explicitly saying from the Star Wars website itself. So the first one that we're going to have a look at is this caption here. And it's really only the first part of it. But it says, Obi-Wan went into hiding on Tatooine. He would stay there for decades. Adopting the name of Ben. The locals would refer to him as a crazy old hermit. And then it just goes on to say that he learnt to commune with Qui-Gon through meditation and that he learnt how to become a Force ghost or become one with the Force. But it says there specifically that he went to Tatooine for decades. Now, that more says to me that he pretty much just stayed on Tatooine. He was just a hermit. He stayed there. I know that there's a book in the EU where he does leave there, but it's for a specific reason. We're probably going to talk about that on Casual Rage coming up in a couple of weeks. We're going to be doing an Obi-Wan Kenobi breakdown of the actual book from the EU. But that was the first caption. So he was on Tatooine for decades. He would stay there for decades. Adopting the name of Ben. The next caption that we're going to take a look at is this one here. And of course, we all know this very iconic fight on the Death Star between Obi-Wan and Vader. And there's a lot of dialogue in this that would reference the fact that they only fought twice. The Dark Lord, now rebuilt with cyborg machinery, confronted Kenobi as the Jedi was returning to the Falcon. After decades, Vader finally squared off against his former master. As a diversionary tactic, he would help the others escape, and it just goes on to explain, obviously, the rest of that scene in a nutshell. But it actually specifically says there that after decades, Vader finally squares off against his former master. And then if we go back again to that other caption, it says that he would stay on Tatooine for decades. Adopting the name of Ben. There's your lore. There's your traditional knowledge. And again, was the belief of the fans. I don't understand where this swing has come from in regards to Obi-Wan's fate. Again, we have to wait and see what they do with this rematch. I don't even think that the Obi-Wan show is actually going to really tell an Obi-Wan story. And again, on Casual Rage, if you're in the States, it's the 12th, I believe. So yeah, if you're in the States on the 12th, Thursday, the 12th of May, myself, Ryan Kennel, Anna That Star Wars Girl, OG Star Wars Allura, and Matt Wilkins will be breaking down the novelization of Kenobi from the Expanded Universe. And if you're in Australia, of course, it's the 13th of May. And that'll be on Casual Rage on my channel. So we'll be actually breaking it down and going through what Obi-Wan should really be like. And it's going to be a couple of weeks before, of course, the series drops. But I just wanted to share that with you and, of course, document it on my channel that on the Star Wars website, they're about to destroy their own lore from their Star Wars website if they do a rematch of the century and if Obi-Wan Kenobi leaves Tatooine. And by the pictures that we've seen, it looks like they've already confirmed that. I mean, they've already confirmed a rematch, which is destructive. And based on the pictures, it looks like Obi-Wan actually does leave Tatooine. But anyway, I just, again, wanted to share that with you. Let me know what you guys think about this. Do you think that they can pull off a rematch between these two without it breaking law and destroying what their own website tells us? Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one. Later, guys.
Decades!